Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
And good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Molly Hendrickson. Here is the latest from Denver 7. The fate of the controversial red flag bill is even more up in the air. The bill cruised through the House and easily passed several Senate committees.
But Senate Democratic President Leroy Garcia just announced he will not support it ahead of today's scheduled vote. Denver 7's Eric Lufer shows us how it could impact the legislation.
I'm Eric Lufer outside the state capitol. The controversial red flag bill has certainly hit a snag because the Colorado Senate President Leroy Garcia has said in a statement that he will not vote for the controversial red flag bill, saying it just isn't the right legislation when it comes to preventing gun violence. The red flag bill would allow law enforcement to take away someone's weapons with a court order if they're deemed a threat to themselves or others. Sheriffs have pledged not to enforce the law, and as of right now, 32 counties in Colorado have approved so-called Second Amendment sanctuary resolutions. That's according to the group Rally for Our Rights. Attorney General Phil Weiser has even testified in committee, saying that if sheriffs refuse to follow the law, if it were to pass, that they should resign. Of course, we don't know if this law will pass. There's still a chance of it with the majority, the Democratic majority in the Senate. It should go up for a third vote very soon. I'm Eric Lufer, Denver 7.
A major new development in the ongoing battle for ownership of the Denver Broncos. The NFL is now stepping in to arbitrate a court case involving who can take control of the team. And the league has chosen a former NFL executive to lead those talks. Bill Bowlen, the brother of Broncos owner Pat Bowlen, wants to abolish the trust that is now running the team. He filed a lawsuit asking the court to allow the NFL to arbitrate because he says the trust is not carrying out Pat's wishes as he lives with Alzheimer's. The arbitration process should be complete by the end of the year. Earlier this week, Broncos president Joe Ellis announced Brittany Bowlen will be rejoining the team in a management role.
And while the arbitration process plays out, there's another important decision. According to the Denver Post, the team is nearing a decision on naming rights to Broncos Stadium at Mile High. At the NFL's annual meeting this week, CEO Joe Ellis says the team is narrowing down details with a company, and he's hopeful a deal will be in place soon. However, he's not certain it'll be closed by the start of next season.
Tax day is only a few weeks away, and Contact 7 has a consumer alert for anyone who hasn't already filed their returns. Popular do-it-yourself tax services may have you missing out on credits or exposing yourself to identity theft. Denver 7's Nicole Brady shows us what you should look out for.
Consumer Reports looked at 4 of these popular online tax prep services, TurboTax, TaxSlayer, H&R Block, and TaxAct, and says it can't recommend any of them this year without some reservations. Issue number 1, old information. Some of these services have databases that reference the old tax law prior to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that took effect last year. Several of the services had problems recognizing a new tax credit for people caring for a disabled person or older dependent. This is a credit of up to $500 you could miss out on. Another issue was failing to catch errors. TurboTax and TaxSlayer didn't flag a mistake when Consumer Reports intentionally put in the wrong Medicare withholding information. And with the human help, sometimes their answers were incomplete or downright inaccurate.
If you can, it may be better if you've got a little complex situation with dependents or with a small business. This might be the year to go to a professional instead of doing it yourself.
Consumer Reports says one place that does have all the accurate information, irs.gov, so you can visit that site and use their services if you have a specific question. With a Contact 7 Consumer Alert, I'm Nicole Brady.
Some good tips there. Thanks, Nicole. A cold winter has delayed the start of a springtime tradition in our Colorado, but this morning we are happy to say boating season is now underway. Yesterday, Chatfield State Park opened to boaters for the first time this year. Right now, only the westernmost ramps are open, and tomorrow you'll be able to put your boat in the water at Cherry Creek State Park. The opening of both parks was delayed because of thick ice from winter. You can boats can't boat on Stanley Lake. The city of Westminster banned boats on the water to protect the water supply from invasive zebra mussels.
CDOT has removed 50,000 tons of rockfall debris from Clear Creek Canyon, but the work that began months ago is still far from over. Clear Creek Canyon is a 12-mile stretch of US 6 between Golden and Highway 119 near Blackhawk. Crews have been closing the canyon 4 days a week for that mitigation work. They're hanging on ropes. They're scaling the rock face to knock down some of those loose rocks. Crews are also using cranes to bring in 370,000 square feet of new rockfall fencing to be installed on the side of the mountain to prevent rock slides. That work is scheduled to wrap up in April.
Well, calling all car lovers, the Denver Auto Show kicks off this afternoon at the Colorado Convention Center. Denver 7's Micah Smith takes us inside the show before the doors open.
At the Denver Auto Show this weekend, organizers say this is your chance to take a look at historic vehicles and also take a look at some of the newest products. And while you're doing that, you definitely want to check out some of the latest technology. Look at that. This year's show features more than 500 vehicles from 32 vehicle makers. The vehicles range in price from about $13,000 to more than $300,000. The auto show starts tonight and runs through Sunday. Tickets are $14 for adults, and kids ages 6 to 12 are $8.
You'll see everything from clean and green to mean and lean. And so all the way from EVs and plug-in hybrids all the way up to supercars like we're standing in now that go really fast and look really cool.
And if you're really interested in going fast, I've been told that there will be the opportunity for test drives. And for kids, there's a robot that might have a few things to say to you over in the AAA section. Reporting in Denver, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
Also, for the second time in just a few years, Colorado has a new state logo.
Governor Jared Polis unveiled it at an event yesterday afternoon. It has already got a lot of us talking today.
Oh, yeah. Here it is. Certainly a lot more colorful than the previous logo, but there are a lot of people who say we didn't need to change the logo because Governor Hickenlooper already changed it back in 2013 to this green snow-covered mountain with the letters CO on it. The larger concern, though, is if the change will cost taxpayers money.
New branding will be implemented using existing resources, unlike the old logo, which cost $2.4 million. This one was done internally at no cost.
So it sounds like this one's going to be rolled out over time. Lots of people weighing in on our Facebook pages, so go ahead and express your opinion. You might just see it on one of our newscasts.
Join the conversation. Let's get a check of today's forecast from Lisa.
It's beautiful. No matter what the logo looks like, it's going to be a gorgeous day today. Temperatures this morning in the 40s. It was really mild stepping out the door. This afternoon, we're at about 60, 64 degrees by 12, and then later on, highs right around 70 to about 75. So it's going to be a few degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday. We hit a high of 71 yesterday. Today will be a few degrees warmer. Now, the record high today is 78. It's not going to get quite that warm here in town, but parts of southeastern Colorado will be close to 80 this afternoon. Mild again tomorrow morning. We're in the 40s tomorrow. We're going to see plenty of sunshine to start tomorrow, but then by late day, early evening, we'll see some rain showers. A few thunderstorms also popping up, a little rain, lightning, and thunder possible late Thursday. And then Thursday night into early Friday, chance for some rain. So the roads could be wet early Friday morning, and then rain is going to be likely throughout the day. That rain turning to snow Friday night into Saturday. It's not going to last long. We're not expecting a lot, maybe about a trace to an inch and a half of snow Friday into early Saturday, with then some clearing skies. Temperature-wise, though, we take a bit of a hit, you guys, from 70s today to 60s tomorrow, and then 40s both Friday and Saturday.
All right, thanks, Lisa. Well, did you get your tickets yet? Tonight's Powerball drawing has a top prize of $750 million.
And Coloradans are spending some big bucks already for their chance to win. Over a span of just 2 days, Sunday and Monday, we spent more than $1.1 million just on Powerball tickets. If you would like to improve your chances, you might want to head east.
And Colorado has only had 3 jackpot winners since we joined Powerball in 2001. Near the bottom of all states, Indiana, on the other hand, has the most winners, a total of 39 since Powerball began in 1992. Other big winning states, Missouri has 31 and Minnesota has 22 winners.
Road trip time.
Yes.
Think you can make it. This has been your Denver 7 on-demand update. Thanks for joining us.
And make sure you check back here later today for another update and download the free Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Have a great day.